This is your Donaldsville Elementary announcements.
Good morning, Donaldsville. This is Mr. Hoke broadcasting live at Donaldsville Elementary. Today is Monday, May 12th, 2014. We have no substitutes in the building today and no May birthdays, but as you can see, we have a lot of birthdays to celebrate in the month of June. So first we have Diego. And Diego, how old are you going to be?
7.
And who's your teacher?
Miss Friday.
Do you know when your birthday is?
June 22nd.
There you go. And we also have Carson. Carson, when's your birthday?
June 23rd.
How old will you be?
6.
And who's your teacher?
Miss
Mrs. Mullen, that's right. Okay, and I see Megan over there. Megan, do you know when your birthday is?
June 26th.
Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Allen.
And how old will you be?
7.
Okay. And Michaela, do you know when your birthday is?
June 26th.
How old?
7.
And who's your teacher?
Miss Trigger.
Wow, okay. Now let's see. We also have Francelli. Francelli, do you know when your birthday is?
June 29th.
And how old will you be?
7.
Who's your teacher?
Miss Bell.
Okay. And we also have Olivia. Olivia, when's your birthday?
June 20th.
29th.
29th.
Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Morris.
And how old will you be?
7.
Great. And we missed a birthday last week while we were doing June birthdays, but I have Derek here with me today. So Derek, do you know when your birthday is?
11.
June 11th, that's right. Who's your teacher? Miss Edmiston.
Miss Edmiston.
Right. And how old will you be, Derek?
6.
Yeah, I can see that right on your hat there. Okay. That's all the birthdays we're going to celebrate, but I do see a joke of the day over there. So, Derek, why don't we trade places with Haley? You have a joke for us, Haley? Tell me the joke.
Why did the slice of bread stay home from school?
I don't know. Why did the slice of bread stay home from school?
It was feeling crummy.
Oh, that's good. Okay, all week this week, we're celebrating Right to Read Week. And our theme for this week is fairy tales. So each day on announcements, after we say the Pledge of Allegiance and the Tecumseh School Pledge, we're going to darken the camera, and we'll have a special mystery guest reader. The sound will stay on. You'll be able to hear the story. And while our guest reader's reading, you should be sitting there thinking, oh, I know a lot of the teachers in the building. Whose voice is that? And on the last sentence of the book, we're going to turn the camera on, and you can see if your guess was right. See if you guessed which teacher it was. Today we're going to start off with a guest reader that might be a little easy for you to guess to get your gears start moving in the right direction, okay? Before we do that, let's check in with Carson here. Carson, what's for lunch today?
Ribicue.
Ooh, ribicue. Are you going to get that? Mm-hmm. Me too. All right, thanks, Carson. And let's check in on the weather now. Haley, what's our weather going to be like?
Mostly cloudy.
That's right, mostly cloudy. You guys are around. There we go. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the Donaldsville News. Have a great day, and remember, we're all here to
learn. One of my favorite fairy tales is The Three Billy Goats Gruff. And it's such a favorite of mine that I actually would rather just tell you the story than read you the story. So that's what I'm going to do. So once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats, and their last name was Gruff. There was a little billy goat, a middle-sized billy goat, and a big billy goat Gruff. And they lived on a mountainside and ate green grass all day. But one day, the littlest billy goat said, why don't we ever go across the bridge to the hillside on the other side of the bridge, where all that lovely green grass is? Okay, and his brother said, well, I don't know, maybe we should do that. But all their other animal friends said, no, don't do that. Because across the bridge lives a mean old nasty troll right under that bridge. And if you try to go across that bridge, that troll will eat you up. And they said, oh my, that's so scary. But the big billy goat said, I'm not going to let mean old troll bully me. I'm thinking we need to come up with a plan so that we can go over to the other side and eat the grass. So they put their billy goat heads together, and they came up with a great plan. So early the next morning, the littlest billy goat Gruff started off across the Troll Bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, across the Troll Bridge. And pretty soon, from underneath the Troll Bridge came a mean old nasty voice that said, "Who's that trip-trapping across my bridge?" And the littlest billy goat said, "It is me, the littlest billy goat Gruff." He said, "I'm coming up to eat you." He said, "Oh no, you don't want to eat me. I'm so little, you should wait, because my brother, the middle billy goat Gruff, is coming along behind me, and he's much bigger and tastier than I am." Well, the mean old troll thought about that a minute. He said, "Very well, go on across the bridge." So the little billy goat ran on across the bridge. And a couple minutes later, here came his brother, the middle-sized billy goat Gruff. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, across the Troll Bridge. And pretty soon, you know what happened. Underneath that Troll Bridge came that mean old troll's voice. And he said, "Who's that trip-trapping across my bridge?" And the middle billy goat said, "It is me, the middle-sized billy goat Gruff." And he said, "Well, I am coming up to eat you." And he said, "Oh, you don't want to eat me. I'm not nearly big enough. My brother, the biggest billy goat Gruff, is coming next, and he's much bigger and tastier than I am." And the troll said, "Very well, go on across the bridge." So on across the bridge he went. Well, it wasn't too much longer, and here came the biggest billy goat Gruff. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, across the Troll Bridge. And that mean old troll said, "Who's that trip-trapping across my bridge?" And he said, "It is me, the biggest billy goat Gruff." And he said, "Well, I'm coming up to eat you." And that billy goat said, "Go ahead, come on up." Okay? And when the mean old troll came up on that bridge and started heading for the big billy goat, do you know what the big billy goat did?
Charge.
He put his head down and he charged right at that mean old troll. And when his horns hit that troll, he sent that troll flying way, 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 way far away. And that mean old troll was never seen or heard from again. And from that day forward, those billy goats went back and forth across the Troll Bridge whenever they wanted and ate the grass on both sides of the hill. And they lived happily ever after. The end.